Welcome to week 3 of our weekly meal prep series. I am so glad you guys have been enjoying the series so far. You have been absolutely amazing, liking, commenting, and sharing the videos, so please keep it up. I really appreciate all of the support. And I'm super excited to share with you my 3rd meal prep menu. For this week, we are featuring some beautiful chicken breasts. Now, I'm doing a balsamic garlic chicken breast that I absolutely love. You could totally do a plain chicken breast if you wanted to, but I like to kick things up a notch, as you know. Now, if you don't eat meat, don't sweat it. We have tons of great veggie dishes up right after the chicken breast, so you can just fast forward through it. So what I've got here are 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I'm just gonna season them really lightly with some pepper and a little bit of salt, and really that's it. We're keeping it super simple with our seasoning. I'm gonna take these guys over to my frying pan where I'm heating up some oil, and all I wanna do is just brown the chicken breast on both sides before I add my glaze. So basically what I'm gonna do is put the chicken breast top side down, and I'm gonna cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes. You'll know they're ready when they release easily from the pan. If they're sticking, then it's too early to flip them. Take my word for it. You do not want to flip them too early. You'll shred your chicken breast. Now, this glaze could not be easier to put together. In a small bowl, I am mixing some chicken broth with some balsamic vinegar and a little bit of honey for sweetness. Then I'm gonna add some minced garlic and some freshly chopped rosemary. Now, if you don't have fresh rosemary, don't sweat it. Dried stuff will work as well. But I do love the fresh stuff. It really adds a little something to this dish. We're gonna whisk this together really, really well and head back to the stove. Now that our chicken breasts are browned on top, we're gonna flip them over and let them brown for another minute or 2 on the bottom side. Then we are going to add our beautiful balsamic glaze. We're gonna turn our heat down to low and put the lid on and let these guys simmer for about 10 minutes. Or until they reach an internal temperature of 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, if you really want to make these extra special, you should flip them a couple times while they're cooking so that they're nicely glazed on all sides. At least that's what I like to do. Once they're cooked through, we're going to let them cool completely, and then I'm just going to slice them up. These are great when added to salads or over pasta, or you can eat them entirely on their own. It's totally up to you. I've also left some links to other great chicken recipes in the description box below, so be sure to check those out as well. Now that our chicken is complete, we are going to roast some potatoes. Now, I'm using red skin potatoes because I love how they look when they're roasted, but you can really use any kind of potato that you like. Roasting these potatoes could not be simpler. I've just washed my potatoes really, really well, and now I'm gonna cut them into cubes and toss them with a little bit of olive oil, some salt and pepper, some garlic powder. You could use regular garlic, but I find it burns in the oven. And some fresh rosemary. Again, fresh is better here, but you totally could use dried as well if that's all you have on hand, no problem. We're gonna toss these guys until they're coated on all sides, and then we're gonna pour them onto a baking sheet. Into the oven they go at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for between 25 and 35 minutes. You'll wanna check on them every 10 minutes or so and give them a quick shake so they don't burn on any side. Then we are going to tackle our asparagus. All you need to do is start by cutting the bottom quarter off of your asparagus. It's really woody and not delicious to eat. Then I'm gonna put them on a baking sheet, drizzle them with some olive oil and some salt and pepper, and give them a really good rub. Into the oven they go for 10 to 15 minutes. Keep a good eye on them because you don't want them to burn. While those beauties are roasting away, we are gonna get started on our salad. This week we are making a beautiful kale and red cabbage slaw. Now, the important thing to keep in mind when you're doing salads for weekly meal prep is that these salads have to stand up to the dressing for 3 or 4 days, so you wanna use really hearty vegetables, like red cabbage for example. All we're gonna do is start by cutting our red cabbage in half and slicing it really, really finely. If you're not confident with your knife skills, don't worry about it, just put it in your food processor and let it do the work for you. To our cabbage, I'm gonna add some finely chopped kale. I just basically removed the stems and chopped this as finely as I did my red cabbage. Now we're gonna get started on our dressing. In a small bowl, I've got some canola oil standing by, and to that I'm going to add a little bit of orange juice, some fresh lime juice, and some honey. We're gonna season it with salt and pepper and pour it all over our beautiful salad. Next up, we're gonna get started on our raw veggies for the week. A lot of people think that this is a step you can skip, but for me, it's really important to have raw veggies on hand when I'm having a snack attack because they'll be the first thing I reach for. But if I have to do things like peel a carrot or wash my tomatoes, I'm less likely to do it. So this week, we've got some beautiful carrots that I've just peeled and chopped and some celery that I've chopped as well. I'm also gonna wash some gorgeous cherry tomatoes. These are perfect for snacking. Next up, we're gonna get started on our snacks for the week. These are perfect for that 2 p.m. slump when you just feel a little peckish and you need something to tide you over until dinner. First up, I'm going to make these delicious little cottage cheese fruit cups. All I'm doing is putting about half a cup of cottage cheese at the bottom of the mason jar, and then I've got some beautiful melon that I just finely chopped up, and I'm topping it with some red grapes. These are a great snack. They'll fill you up really quickly and again, get you through to dinner. Finally, I've got these super simple deli roll-ups. All I do is take a piece of turkey and a piece of cheese and roll them up. I really hope you enjoyed this week's menu, and if you did, be sure to like the video and share it with your friends. And of course, if you give it a try, be sure to tweet or Instagram me a photo because you know I love seeing what you're coming up with in your very own kitchens. Speaking of Instagram, if you haven't followed me already, jump over to Instagram and follow me at the Domestic Geek 1 because every day through January, I am sharing a brand new smoothie recipe and they are all absolutely delicious. And finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the Domestic Geek because there is a lot more meal prep where this came from.